I learned my lesson. I learned a lesson after my June physical media haul video, which was to actually wait until the very end of the month or until a couple of days after the end of the month before filming, because last time I think I filmed on June 28th, and then on June 30th I had a few more movies arrive that I hadn't expected quite so early. So I've learned my lesson. It is August 2nd, and I have my physical media haul for the month of July. Now, most of these I have already shared. I shared because they were my Criterion films, and they were the films that I picked up on my Nebraska trip. But I am still going to share them in this video, simply for the fact that it allows me to keep a record of what I got and in what month. Because I will forget. Even though I already posted them, this will keep it all nice and neat. Anyway, let's continue. So I'll try to hurry through the ones that I've already gotten. So we have, from the Criterion Collection, we have 12 Angry Men and Island of Lost Souls. Very good things. Then we have, I'm actually going to move this out of the way. Then we have The Chronicles of Narnia, Lion, the Witch, and the Wardrobe, and this is one of them that I'm not going to hurry on, because I had not opened this when I did my Nebraska haul video. And so I didn't know what this was. I didn't know what really made this edition cool. Ah, look at that! Oh my gosh. It's beautiful. I love it. And it even comes with, the fact that it still has like these inserts. I'm pretty sure, yeah. It still has all of the inserts, which are 2 pieces of concept art. Ta-da! And then also a really beautifully done map of all of the things. I remember my, I think like a number of the 2-disc edition, like DVD films, Aladdin, Sleeping Beauty, and I think Snow White, they all had similar maps. I miss these types of maps. They're so fun. Anyway, seriously, oh my gosh. And I had already been planning on keeping this case just for this alone, for that design. But the fact that it is, as it describes, premium wardrobe packaging, this is one of my new favorite things. Oh, I'm keeping this for sure. But yeah, like I said, other than Castle Season 1, I have already put all of the movies into my movie binders. So now I just have the cases. Okay, continuing. So we have Fast and Furious 1 and 2. I still haven't watched it. I will do so at a future date. I have a long list of things, but these are still relatively high on the list, and I don't want to just rush in and watch. I don't know. Overthinking it, but that's fine. So then we have the 20th anniversary edition of 8 Men Out, Dr. No, the 20th anniversary edition of Dances with Wolves. Then we have Knives Out and The Mask of Zorro, and I'm so sad. Not that I was really planning on keeping the case. I am going to take out the insert, the case insert. But when I was trying to remove the security tape that was around it, pretty sure was my fault. 85% sure was my fault. But I was trying to take it off, and I ended up tearing the plastic just to get the tape off, and I'm still sad about that. It's okay. I've already watched the movie since opening this up, and it runs great, and it's beautiful, and I love it, so it's fine. Then I have Sabrina, the original version. Then I have Monty Python and the Holy Grail and the director's cut of The Natural. Then I have The Pelican Brief. Then I have Saludos Amigos and the Three Caballeros, both part of the Classic Caballeros collection, which I'm super excited about. The Ron Clark Story and Top Gun. And then Spirit, Stallion of the Cimarron. Ta-da! And that's everything that I got that I've already previously shared. Okay. So then I have 8 more movies. Yes, and I'm really excited about these. So first I have An Evening with Vincent Price and Friends. There are 5 movies in this. There's The Last Man on Earth, House on Haunted Hill, and The Bat, all of which are Vincent Price's movies. And then it has British Intelligence, which stars Boris Karloff, and then The Magic Sword, which stars Basil Rathbone and Gary Lockwood. And I've already owned, so far of these movies, since getting this, I have only watched House on Haunted Hill because I had been wanting to see that, and it was so funny. That was entertaining. So entertaining. But I'm also really excited to watch The Magic Sword with Basil Rathbone, partly because I want to see him be, well, one, it's in color, and that is always kind of fun. But also, I want to see if he's a good guy or a villain. Is he the hero or a villain? Because I don't have, and I don't, like, I haven't seen Basil Rathbone as a hero figure in many movies. Most of the time, if he's appearing in it, he's a villain. So, we'll see how that goes. But yeah, anyway. Okay, so then I got The Field of Dreams, the 30th anniversary edition. I love this movie so much. And I've already watched 3 of the bonus features on it, which were all fantastic. Especially the Field of Dreams, a scrapbook. That I was not expecting that. Oh my goodness. Normally when I see like a scrapbook as the label on as a bonus feature, I'm usually thinking that it's going to be a literal scrapbook, aka production stills from the making of the movie. And this was not. This was, I mean, it was a scrapbook, but it was more of a documentary that went from the beginning of when the book, like a little bit about when the book was being, like the original book, Shoeless Joe, was being published, and then how it got into the hands of the director and how it ended up at Universal Studios. And then it just continued all the way until the marketing and the reactions post the movie's release. And that, it was so well done. It was so cool to watch. I think that's one of my favorite, that's one of the best bonus feature segments I've seen in a while. And it honestly, like, the other 2 that I watched so far, which was the round table with Kevin Costner, Brett Saberhagen, George Brett, and Johnny Bench. That was also really, that was unexpected, and that was also really well done. That was fun to watch. And then the Bravo special, From Page to Screen, which was hosted by Peter Gallagher. That was entertaining, and I liked that. But they actually did a really good job on that, which I was so happy with. It's just that the scrapbook was a little bit better. But yeah, so such good things. So happy with that. I don't know why it's taken me so long to have a physical copy of that movie, because it has been one of my comfort movies for years. But moving on. So the final 2 movies came as a double feature. And I was so happy about it. So I got Quest for Camelot and Cats Don't Dance. Both of which I have the digital copies for. And And actually, I think not, like, I actually didn't grow up with these. I only started watching them earlier, like really watching them earlier this year. Quest for Camelot, I might have seen when I was younger, but I don't really remember it that much. Catstone Dance, I know I didn't see it until earlier this year. But I love them both, and so I wanted to make sure I had them in my collection. And actually, it was funny. I had found a 4-pack set that had both of these movies, and also I think it was the Pinocchio with Jonathan Taylor Thomas, and Richie Rich, I think, was the 4th movie. I could be wrong. And they were both on double-sided discs. Or they were on double-sided discs, and I opened it up, and there was a disc missing, and the only disc left was the one that had Pinocchio and Richie Rich, and I was really sad because that's not what I wanted. So I held out, and I'm really happy that I got it. Yep. Also, because one thing that also made me really happy is that they each came on their own disc. So that was nice to be able to have them in their separate, because I organize alphabetically, have them in their own separate locations instead of like figuring out which one. Like, it probably would have been Catstone Dance that I would have put where it would have been placed. But yeah, so that is this was my haul. This was my haul for the month of July. I'm super, super happy with what I got and what I've added. But yes, I really am going to slow down for the month of August, simply because I'm going to have to buy another binder soon. And I don't want to do that. No, simply because I don't want to add a bunch of as much as it would be fun to add a bunch of movies, I don't want to like have every single month have like this new large stack of movies that I'm adding. I want to take it slow. So I'm happy with what I got, and I'll probably do another haul in probably September, because I do think I have a trip, like a thrift store run, planned for September. So yeah, I'll probably do one then. Thanks for watching.